Hello. I need to turn the sound down a little bit. I always have to turn the sound down at the beginning. There we go. Hi, 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 hi. Welcome to the circus. Okay. So okay, everyone knows this because I'm unsettled about everything. I was asking everyone what their favorite creepypasta was, like I think like last week, and I think most people said like, oh, Nest Godzilla, and I was like, yeah, I like Nest Godzilla, but it's really long. Unfortunately, so I was like, okay, what's name another one. I think Candle Cove came a couple times. I really like Candle Cove too, and also for the sake of this, I watched the Candle Cove TV series. I watched like the first episode, and it was kind of, I don't want to sound mean, it was kind of dumb. Like, it feels like it should be so easy to make a TV show out of Candle Cove. Also, I saw I have chat on, but it's like really tiny. Hold on one second. Text chat. What if I make it really big? No. Like that? Okay, never mind. No text chat. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, Candle Cove. Kind of dumb. I'm sorry. I don't want to sound like a hater. It should be so easy to make a TV show out of Candle Cove. It's just like, hey guys, remember that spooky TV show we watched as kids? Yeah. What if we did like 6 episodes of that? Should be easy. Also, when I was rewatching the Resident Evil stream from last night, I noticed I have such a mush mouth. I have known about this. I've known about this for a while. I have a mush mouth. When I talk, I go like nom, 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 for some reason. But my plan is if I keep doing narrations, eventually I won't have a mush mouth and I'll speak like a normal person. Well, normal British person. But hold on. Get out of here, Carl Cabrina. Put on the classical music. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Mushy mushy. Oh, like a telephone. Mushy mushy. Lottie des. I can speak a little bit Japanese. Fun fact. Only a little bit. Let's just jump right in. I think everyone knows what Candle Cove is at this point. You know, TV show for kids, but it's not real. I feel like I'm gonna like flip-flop on whether I'm gonna do voices for the different characters. I might. Who knows? I think I won't. Unless it's like a really distinct character, because I think most of the forum posts are written like sort of in a similar way. Hold on one second. Hold on, see, I can read that. It says mushy mushy. I have no idea what Candle Cove is. What? Okay. I mean, we're about to read it. We're about to read it together. And it's a very short read as well. I feel like I can read this in about 10 minutes or so. But let's just jump right in. I'm putting it off. Okay. And also, if you notice this, it says advertisements. I'm using Google Chrome today as opposed to Microsoft Edge. Yesterday, I put ad blocker on it. Google Chrome isn't my usual browser. But, yeah. Sky Shale double... I already messed up. Sky Shale 033. Subject: Candle Cove local kids show. We need to send her lights subscriptions to keep her alive. The only thing that sustains me is the power of friendship. Does anyone remember this kids show? It was called Candle Cove, and I must have been 6 or 7. I never found reference to it anywhere, so I think it was on a local station around 1971 or 1972. I lived in Ironton at the time. I don't remember which station, but I do remember it was on at a weird time, like 4 PM. Mike_Painter65. Subject: Candle Cove local kids show. It seems really familiar to me. I grew up outside of Ashland and was 9 years old in 72. Candle Cove. Was it about pirates? I remember a pirate marionette at the mouth of a cave talking to a little girl. Sky Shale 033. Yes! Okay, I'm not crazy! I remember Pirate Percy. I was always kind of scared of him. He looked like he was built from parts of other dolls, real low budget. His head was an old porcelain baby doll, Looked like an antique that didn't belong on the body. I don't remember what station this was. I don't think it was WTSF though. Jaren 2005. Sorry to resurrect this old thread, but I know exactly what show you mean, Skyshale. I think Candle Cove ran for only a couple months in 71, not 72. I was 12 and I watched it a few times with my brother. It was channel 58, whatever station that was. My mum would let me switch to it after the news. Let me see what I remember. It took place in Candle Cove, and it was about a little girl who imagined herself to be friends with pirates. The pirate ship was called the Laughingstock, and Pirate Percy wasn't a very good pirate because he got scared too easily. And there was Calliope music constantly playing. Don't remember the girl's name. Janice or Jade or something. Think it was Janice. Skyshale033. Thank you, Jaren. Memories flooded back when you mentioned the Laughingstock and Channel 58. I remember the bow of the ship was a wooden smiling face, with the lower jaw submerged. It was like it was swallowing the sea, and it had that awful Ed Wynn voice and laugh. Wynn? Okay. I especially remember how jarring it was when they switched from the wooden/plastic model to the foam puppet version of the head that talked. Mike Painter 65. Haha, I remember now too. Do you remember this part? Do you remember this part, Skyshale? You have to go inside. Skyshale033. Ugh, Mike, I got a chill reading that. Yes, I remember. That's what the ship always told Percy when there was a spooky place he had to go in, like a cave or a dark room where the treasure was. And the camera would push in on the Laughingstock's face with each pause. You have to go inside. She's on Reddit. No, this is the superior form of Reddit. It was all like forum, like niche forums. I was a little bit too young for this at the time. But I remember going on like mushy mushy monster forums, which should really show my age. You have to go inside, with his two eyes askew and that flopping foam jaw, the fishing line that opened and closed it. Ugh, it looked so cheap and awful. You guys remember the villain? He had a face that was just a handlebar mustache above really tall narrow teeth. Club Penguin, Lottie confirmed. You know what? I hate to break it to you, but I never actually played on Club Penguin. I'm sorry. It was Mushy Monsters, Pokemon Farm, which is a little bit of a niche one, and Flight Rising. Kevin Hart. I honestly thought the villain was Pirate Percy. I was about 5 when the show was on. Nightmare Fuel. Jaren 2005. That wasn't the villain, the puppet with the mustache. That was the villain's sidekick. Horace Horrible. He had a monocle too, but it was on top of the mustache. I used to think that meant he only had one eye. But yeah, the villain was another marionette. The Skin Taker. I can't believe what they let us watch back then. Kevin Hart. Jesus H. Christ, the Skin Taker. What kind of a kids show were we watching? I seriously could not look up the screen when the Skin Taker showed up. He just descended out of nowhere on his strings. Just a dirty skeleton wearing that brown top hat and cape. And his glass eyes were too big for his skull. Christ almighty. Skyshale033. Wasn't his top hat and cloak all sewn up crazily? Was that supposed to be the children's skin? Okay, this is where most people fall off on this. They don't like how over the top it gets. I kind of agree. Children's skin. Mike Painter 65. Yeah, I think so. I remember his mouth didn't open and close. His jaw just slid back and forth. Sorry, foff. like the SMT demon. Foff. I remember the little girl said, "Why does your mouth move like that?" And the Skin Taker didn't look at the girl, but at the camera and said, "To grind your skin." It seems to try a bit too hard. Yeah. And that sucks, because I like the idea of it. Like a children's show. Because this is such a thing these days. It's like children's show or lost episode, which do actually exist. Like lost SpongeBob episodes. There's like a few bits of SpongeBob. Not episodes, but like parts of episodes that don't exist in the UK. And that's kind of creepy to think about. so if you're like an American child and you're like, hey, remember this bit in SpongeBob? And then like maybe an English child is like, what the hell are you talking about? That's kind of weird. But it does go a bit over the top with like the, ooh, spooky skin taker. Sky Shale. Genie in the House. I love Genie in the House. I haven't seen it in like 15 years. I'm so mad I watched I watched Candle Cove and not Genie in the House instead. The one episode with Lottie in it. Yeah, that was creepy, dude. I was like 10 watching it and I was like, why am I there? I'm so relieved that other people remember this terrible show. I used to have this awful memory, a bad dream I had where the opening jingle ended. The show faded in from black, and all the characters were there. But the camera was just cut into each of their faces, and they were just screaming, and the puppets and marionettes were flailing spastically, and all just screaming. The girl was just moaning and crying like she'd been through hours of this. I woke up many times from that nightmare. I used to wet the bed when I had it. Kevin Hart. I don't think that was a dream. I remember that. I remember that was an episode. Sky Shale. No, not possible. There was no plot or anything. I mean, literally just standing in place, crying and screaming for the whole show. Kevin Hart. Maybe I'm manufacturing the memory because you said that, but I swear to God, I remember seeing what you described. They just screamed. Jaren. Oh God, yes. The little girl, Janice. I remember seeing her shake, and the skin taker screaming through his gnashing teeth. His jaw careening so wildly I thought it would come off its wire hinges. I turned it off and it was the last time I watched. I ran to tell my brother and we didn't have the courage to turn it back on. This is the creepy bit. Ready for this? Mike Painter. I visited my mum today at the nursing home. I asked her about when I was little in the early 70s, when I was 8 or 9, and if she remembered a kids show, Candle Cove. She said she was surprised I could remember that, and I asked why, and she said, because I used to think it was so strange that you said, I'm gonna go watch Candle Cove now, Mum, and then you would tune the TV to static and just watch dead air for 30 minutes. You had a big imagination with your little pirate show. Spooky, scary skeletons. Okay, that's the one bit I think a lot of people like the shared hallucination part. More classic creepypasta stories can found here. Russian sleep experiment. I don't think anyone mentioned any of these because they're all okay. I haven't read the Russian sleep experiment in the hottest of minutes, but I remember it being really over the top and stupid. Ben drowned. It's kind of like Nest Godzilla, where a lot of the fake gameplay sort of elevated it a bit. Anyway, let's go play Suika. Oh, that's really loud. Mubis, no. Wait, that's it? That's it! It's really short, isn't it? But I think it's a really good... I mean, creepypastas. They're usually not very high quality. But in terms of like the classics, like the ones from like 2010, the true horror begins now. 2010s, like, and before that sort of era. I think it's definitely peak. And again, it's kind of over the top with the skin taker. I never was into copy pastas, but I know some of them from internet osmosis. I have no idea what that is, and I'm too scared to Google it. Hold on. Internet osmosis. Pastas. Oh! Okay, I see. From just like absorbing. Okay, I see. I mean, I actively read a lot of these as a kid. And, oh, you know what? Okay, you know what is actually peak, unironically, in terms of creepypastas? Not really a creepypasta, but like early internet horror, like 2010s, I think this was. Crap, what was it called? Hold on. Story of blanks? Yeah, that's it. Copy this. Put this here. Story of the Blanks. This was a really, yeah, this was a really good, I'm a kid. This was a really good one, and I unironically was thinking of playing it for Halloween, so I was like, what indie game can I do for... Guys, Lottie needs help to get an actual education so that she can understand words like osmosis. I get it, but I thought it was like, I thought it was like a YouTube channel or something. Like internet osmosis covering creepypastas. But yeah, Story of the Blanks. I was like, what indie game can I play? Because I remember I was like 12, I think, when I played this, and I couldn't actually finish it because it was too scary. But I do like it. But yeah, that's it. That's it, guys. I did say it would be really, really short today. Thank you for coming to today's stream. I hope you I was gonna say something, but I thought it'd be funny if Googled and found some. You jerk. Thank you for coming. Don't turn your TV to static. I guess tomorrow's a convenience store. That's the one I'm the most hyped for. The convenience store. Because I bought it like last year and never played it. And unlike other I forget what the game company who does those like lo-fi Japanese games is, but I've seen The Closing Shift and the newer one, the one about the VTuber. Oh my god, she's just like me. But the convenience store I know nothing about, so I'll be playing that. Anyway, bye. Thank you for coming. I know it was super short, but I did say bye.